Come on.
Good morning. Ooh, you're very blown out. How you doing, Penny? Let me put my coffee down. Good morning. We had a pretty good sleep here, didn't we? Is it because it's our favorite place in the world? Probably. Did you eat enough breakfast? Maybe we'll get you out for a little run around later, eh? How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I am in BC at my parents' house. Arrived not super late last night, but late last night. Was able to hunker down here, have a good night's sleep in Lucky with the kitties. It was nice and cool throughout the evening, which is a vast difference from the last time we were here. However, the temperatures are going to get up to about plus 32 degrees Celsius today. And if it's the same sort of 32 degrees Celsius that it was in July, these guys, specifically Penny and her sister Stella, who's probably somewhere back in the disaster that is our little tiny home, are gonna have to go inside into the basement where it's nice and cool, and I won't have to worry about them dehydrating and becoming half the cats they once were. Main goal for today is to at least see if it's possible to fix my boat. I didn't even bring the boat parts with me. They're still in Lucky. It's okay though, because my dad was kind enough to completely cover up my boat for me just in case I wasn't able to get to it this year. So first things first, let's get her unwrapped. This is what we're replacing. So yeah, quite a few videos back, I was here in July for my vacation with my little girl. And long story short, while I was here, I discovered that my boat wasn't really turning to the left very well. Actually, I discovered that back in May when we launched the boat on the lake. And it was because the steering cable that runs from the steering wheel all along the inside here of the boat and then back here to the engine and through what is called a tilt bracket back here, the cable inside the tilt bracket was completely corroded and completely seized. What I ended up doing was cutting my steering cable with a pair of bolt cutters, pulling the cable out, and then banging with a hammer the end of the cable and the tilt bracket through, getting them out of here. And yeah, they were completely stuck. That tilt bracket's like $100. Good morning, look who it is. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, that's very bright. Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Darling.
Oh yes, I left this here too, along with apparently granola.
I ate some of it.
You could eat all of it. She just gives me back a little baggie of granola. Thank you.
You're welcome. Come and see my watermelon.
We're gonna go see watermelon. Hang on. Priorities, people. Oh wow, I haven't been here all night. Didn't even notice the garden. It's much more lush than it was when I was here in July. That's true.
I brought the water. Anyway.
She's very excited.
Here it is. See?
Oh, look at the little watermelon. It was supposed to be bigger, right?
Well, it's going and look at what I just discovered. I just see it in there now.
Oh, there's more. Well, that's cool. How many did you plant?
Well, this along here is a whole row of
All of that?
this in here between the beans, and this is broccoli. And I've had to bring, see, this is watermelon scooped out here, these 3 vines. They've grown.
Oh.
I had to get creative because everything was getting a little crowded. Lettuce, we had lettuce galore. You should have seen it. Oh, it was delicious.
You ate it all. That's what this
finally.
this missing row is? It was lettuce?
Yeah, it was done. Barn and Steph got 2 or 3 servings, and I took a big bag to Anna Marie.
People are going to ask about the bandage on your shoulder.
Oh yes, Dilly did.
Billy, daughter-in-law did this. Steph, Byron's wife. What'd you do to your shoulder?
I strained my rotator cuff, and she said I had
Pulling lettuce.
No, swatting wasps.
Swatting wasps. It's going to be a large bounty. Oh, look at the cucumbers.
No, it's zucchini.
Oh, zucchini. See, I don't eat cucumbers, so I don't know what it looks like.
Potatoes, and yeah, so I cut off, see all this piles of squash leaves I've cut so the bees could get in there and do some pollinating and air could circulate.
Oh, yeah. This is
and they could stop shading the carrots.
Oh, yeah, look at the little carrots. Let's pull them. Probably no carrots on the bottom of them yet.
This is
Tomatoes.
Matt tomato.
Matt?
Matthew. Matt. M-A-T-T-S. Apparently they're hard to grow, but
You got little ones there.
yeah, well they are. They're just little ones, little tiny. This one here, that's what your daughter picked when she was here last time.
You just left it there?
Yeah, I left it there to get ripe.
Ah, I don't think that's how it works, Brooklyn.
We're going to actually get in broccoli. We got lots of broccoli leaves, and apparently, according to Steph, you can eat that. And Byron did. He just
Eat the
cuts
leaf?
and
Of course he does. Of course you do, Byron. Oh, leaf. Oh. Pause to have some coffee and a little bit of a bite to eat with mom and dad. Gotta take that time and enjoy it. So now, let's see. I've got a new cable that was sent to me by an amazing subscriber. I have to reattach it underneath here to the back of the steering wheel so that doesn't happen. Run it along there and then feed the cable through and into the tilt bracket. I know I've already explained this. I'm just more reiterating this for myself. So I think I'm just going to attempt that and see how well it goes. Fingers crossed. Oh boy. Okay. It's been this kind of morning. The bad news is that the cable isn't right for my boat. I mean, the length of the cable might be right. I haven't gotten that far yet. I hope. I don't know. But I got what I will consider the hard part done, which was getting this bracket here back into the engine, which was very hard. I had to line up these two parts here, this side and that side, so that it could go through. And then this is the new steering cable through it. It came with a new nut here. This has kind of been forced onto those threads to keep the cable from slipping out here. And then on the other side, I had to inch by inch put this old nut back on. All this white crap that you're seeing is white lithium grease. This is what started this whole process. I was trying to do maintenance as I discovered you're supposed to lube this shaft that goes inside that tilt bracket as the engine turns, right? So now that I know that, I can stay on top of it, and I gotta remember to put the nut back on here. This is the arm attached to the engine that turns it. Here's the bigger problem. The other end of the cable, the part that goes into the steering column thing or whatever, behind the steering wheel, it didn't come with a nut here. So you feed this cable inside the housing behind the steering wheel, and then the steering wheel you turn, it moves this cable inside this cable, right? Rudimentary, very basic, I barely understand what I'm talking about. Where this goes in behind the steering wheel, you need a nut to hold this part on. Otherwise, when you steer whichever way, this whole thing will push out. So this is the one that was originally on my boat that came on my old cable that's lying on the ground out there. And so I thought, well, I'll just put it on the cable and it'll work. But if I can't get it on, I couldn't get it on the other end because of the nut that came on this cable. And the fact that I could get it on this end means it's not gonna hold shit. So my thought is right here in this little groove, I'm gonna try to put a rubber grommet that this will hit on and keep it from moving out. I don't know, but that's like the only solution that I can come up with right now to get the boat back in the water. So, gonna have to make a trip into Silverton, which is the town past New Denver. They got a hardware store there, and fingers bloody crossed. I guess I'll bring my nut. So I know how small of a grommet to get. Thank goodness my dad keeps some of this heavy duty orange hand cleaner on hand. Because I am all sorts of yucky. I didn't think this through. I need water. Maybe the hose is detached. Be right back. All clean. I should probably get something to eat. You know what? My mom brought me this granola that I left here in July. It's been in a Ziploc bag, and I got yogurt and Lucky. What more do you need? Hello. Yeah, it's getting a little warm in here, isn't it, Penny? Well, first of all, let's turn the lights up. Turn the fan on a little higher, I suppose. It's gonna get really loud in here. Let's have some breakfast. Much like all of us, myself included, she is her absolute own worst critic, and she has started filming vlogs. It's very true. We are all our own worst enemy. Audio quality is good enough. I can upload that. After I get the cats out of this absolutely incredible hot box. Not like that. Everybody just calm down. Hello, Penny. Come hither. Okay. You remember this. Hiya. Bye-bye. I bet you the other little girl's right back here. Hi, you sleeping? Oh. It's not that hot up here, but still. Come on. Got her. She's much more squirmy, much more pokey. You'll thank me later, believe me. Oh. Good girls. I'll be right back. What a food pooper. Somebody dookied. Guess there's no point in moving the turds inside. Howdy ho, ready to go. I'm just moving the cats inside, but I've done everything I can do on the boat now.
Oh, so you need the other thing?
I need I need that grommet and big fingers crossed. That the hardware store even has them and that it works. Hi guys. Don't worry, we'll turn on some lights for you, even though you probably see in the dark very well still. All right, there's your pooper. I'll get your water and your food. Hey, you supposed to be scratching that carpet? Hey, enjoy it. You guys are on vacation. Back in sticks and bricks. Hey, Stella? Yeah? You good girl. You get the whole place to yourself. All right. We're fueled up, we're ready for the day. Sadie's plugged in the motorhome, probably playing on her phone or the Switch or something.
Watching Resident Evil.
Watching Resident Evil? Oh, like the Netflix show?
No, the video game.
What do you mean she's watching people play it? Hopefully it's 7 or 8. Oh, I probably need a way to pay for shit. I need my wallet. Grasshoppers too. Man, there are bugs everywhere. Where's my wallet? This is gonna be a time. Be right back. I just filmed for like an entire walk from the van to the boat to get my nut. And the exposure was set way too high. That's the nut you need right there. Yikes. All right. We're in Jasper. Let's go to Silverton. Welcome back to New Denver, YouTube. Woo!
Shit is this?
Right? We were here almost a year ago and nothing had been done with it then. And it's still nothing. We did a better job of keeping it clean when we owned it.
If you pop it up high, is that chair still up by the trees, do you think?
Pop it up high, Lindsay says. Something right there looks like a red and white Canada chair. Are you taking pictures? Yeah. Welcome back to Silverton. Fingers crossed they have a grommet. Can you grab my nut out of your door? Ah, my nut. All right, now we try to not get run over by bikers. Okay. You need to get Sadie a what?
Bucket.
A bucket. I got a bucket she can use.
Like minnows? For minnows?
But no.
No, she cannot use that bucket.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can find what I need.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to judge me, and just pretend you're not going to judge me.
Okay.
So I followed the instructions on my car, and I put the 5W25 in oil because,
5W25.
well, that's what it says on my thing.
Are you sure?
On my oil. Yes.
5W25?
That's what it said.
Is that your disco out there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Disco?
Land Rover?
No. Unfortunately not.
I've got the 5W25 because that's what it says. Now I'm going to have to double check it because I think I'm crazy.
Okay, but either way.
Either way, when I of course put it in because I don't want to, pull an Amber.
Oh, throwing shade.
And I was a little bit low on the full. But when I looked back, my mechanic had put 5W30. So I actually ended up switching. Followed directions on my car, but didn't follow the directions by, the guy who knows better, who does my stuff on
You
my
just
car.
topped it up?
Yeah, I
That's
topped it
fine.
up. Okay, good. I have money.
Lindsay notices this thing. 4-in-1 for camping. Griddle, stove, grill, walk. Then she says, what am I going to walk? Everything. If you get that. I'm so happy with my Jetboil, though. I couldn't imagine. I'm going to call that a 45% success rate. No grommets that I could see. I didn't ask. They might have been hidden somewhere. But I started to have the thought that maybe, worst case scenario, I'll totally jerry-rig this and just wrap a whole bunch of Gorilla Tape around that end of the cable. That should keep it from coming out of this nut. But a more permanent solution might be to use some of this JB Weld. Hi, James! And you know how I love this stuff. And create like a new thicker metal piece on the cable that can't come through this nut. Let's find out. It's funny. I want some more like environmentally friendly soap for the boat and just to have. I can never find it in Calgary, but they've always had it here as an end cap in Newmarket Foods in New Denver. Oddly enough, made in Calgary by Alberta Natural Products. Gotta come all the way to New Denver to find soap that's made in my home province. Ooh, licorice ice. Lucky road. Oh, we're getting that. Got our soap, that cinches it. We gotta get the boat on the lake. Ooh, do the cats need wet food? Tender and true whitefish and potato recipe. Hey, Byron, what's going on here? And Lindsay pointed out, it's also cheaper. I guess you pay for the experience of Byron's
Absolutely.
hospitality. Absolutely.
Priceless.
Priceless. We also got candy, cause Avi. Score for you.
Score.
Score. Reese's bar for me. Look, even Jasper's representing Mount Begbie. Well, it's more Pedro, but still. Make sure everything's tight. Make sure everything's tight. On the tripod, calm down. Get your soap, get your cat food, get your nut, take your garbage. Oh, garbage? It's okay. If this works, I'm okay with it because it's something my grandfather would have done as well. What I need to do is feed the cable all the way up. I feel like I've done that motion a lot already in this video. Get it into the steering wheel and then see, because here, I'll point it out one more time for those that are interested. Ugh, right here, if I can use that JB Weld to build up and out, then the nut should stay. And if that doesn't work, well, the tape should. Let's jerry-rig some nonsense. So, see if I can see what's going on here. We got a little bit of JB Weld around this, trying to create a bit of a bumper for the nut to hit up against. I used the nut, I slid it down onto that after I put it around the circumference of the end of the cable to kind of shape it. Then I'll slide the nut back, or I slid the nut back. Duh. Now we're gonna let this set up. Hopefully it's strong enough to stop the cable from moving out. Okay, JB Weld around the cable. I don't think that was going to work. So now I've got Gorilla Tape around that part of the cable. I've got the cable reinstalled, and I've JB Welded on the outside of the nut. The nut was a pain in the ass to get back on. So we're gonna let that set for a while. I think I made my peace with the fact that we won't be getting the boat in the water today, but let's go take advantage of where we are after we grab a beer. Ooh, we're gonna grab lager. Mount Begbie lager. Get your privacy curtain stuck in your fridge. Pro tip. Yep. Lost the foot fun. I got one. And I'm still covered in soap. You know what? That's enough for Friday. And what is today? Thursday. I got plenty of time left. Until the next one, you guys just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves, most important, positive. I'll see you all in the next one. Duck, don't be touched my back. I'm out.
Wow, it's probably your own like.
Nope. God, it's everywhere. This is my nightmare. This is how I die.
Such a baby.
Yeah.
This is lovely.
The temperature of the water is great. The shit on the bottom is not.
Go out
We gotta
there.
fix the boat so we can get out to the middle of the lake. It's much better out there.